Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 51 of our Minnesota Twins rebuild here in Out of the Park Baseball 27. Really quick housekeeping note. Someone pointed this out in the YouTube comments, and they are 100% correct. I accidentally skipped episode 47. That one was never uploaded to YouTube. That's on me. A little bit awkward that. And so those two episodes, 47 and 48, will unfortunately upload out of order. But 47 will be uploaded on the 14th, and then we'll be back to our regularly scheduled uploads now. So YouTube is a little bit behind because of that. Apologies. But fortunately, we'll have some time to catch back up. If you've not watched last episode, there's some games in there that had me both tearing my hair out and screaming for joy. But overall, as we went through almost the whole month of June, pretty successful, I would say. A couple division series wins in there. Getting swept by the Diamondbacks is a little awkward, but two games were in extra innings. Series win against the Dodgers is awesome. We swept the Rockies. Just took 2 out of 3 against the Astros and the Yankees. So currently, where things stand, we are 52 and 39, 3 games up on both the Tigers and the Royals. We're playing some pretty good baseball overall. Walker Jenkins, who has been on the IL since the 27th, is going to come back uh, tomorrow. And so we will have to determine what we want to do. I could also just move Lantigua to the IL in response, and then sort of kick that can down the road as it were. The last thing we did, though, in the previous episode is make a trade. And we said goodbye to a man who has been here a while, Trey Morgan, who we took in the Rule 5 draft after the 2026 season. He was a starting DH for us for 2 seasons, backup off the bench for 2.5, really, including this season. And I think we reached the point where he really only is useful to our team if he is our starting DH. And with Sergio Jimenez playing at an all-star level, one of the best hitters in the American League, Luke Keeschel sticking at first base, there's not really a role for him. So we traded him to the Chicago White Sox, where if he doesn't get playing time, I will be stunned. I was looking at their lineup off stream. Currently, they have Luis Arias at first, Ryan O'Hearn off the bench. If they want to play Trey Morgan in the outfield, they do not have a single outfielder with an OPS above 700. So if he doesn't get playing time in this lineup, I do not know what to say. So that deal was done. In exchange, we also traded a catching prospect, Tony Campos, who, his glove is better than his bat. He's just been in rookie ball and then single A this season. And in exchange, we got two prospects. First is 24-year-old Mike Lippincott, who's your classic utility infielder, elite defensively in the infield. So he'll just join that AAA infield. Doubt he'll ever get called up to the majors, but you never know. And then the bigger get was Steven Flores, who in real life I scouted a single A or high A game of his earlier this week. And, defensively, he's fine. The arm, you'd like that to be higher. Doesn't strike out a ton, takes a bunch of walks, good contact guy, and could potentially become a backup catcher for us, especially if Leo Bernal continues to struggle. So that trade is done and dusted. We're going to play a man down, and then I could just call, reinstate Walker Jenkins off the IL and not send anyone down, which would give us two backup outfielders and only one backup infielder in Kyle Karos, which I don't particularly love that, but it does keep like Lantigua in our lineup, for example. So we'll figure out what we want to do there. My plan of attack for this episode, pretty simple. We're going to get through the All-Star break, obviously, and probably get up to the trade deadline. And then that is likely where we will end since we have the rookie draft here in a few days. We have our sort of last couple scouting tasks that we want our scout to take care of. But let me tell you, as we looked last episode, this is not a great draft in terms of player quality. So now we're facing off against the Guardians. I'm just going to sim the first game. I have faith that we'll win. See, we did 7-3. Very good, very good, very good. Pitching wise, Taj Bradley only went 4 innings. Lumpkins gave up a run. Gerst gave up 2. Ouch. His expected ERA is a 192, which makes his actual ERA of 330 quite annoying. This also continues the trend of Lumpkins like every fourth outing giving up a run, essentially. Taj Bradley only went 4 1/3, huh? It's not great. And I discussed this last episode where effectively every year he has gotten one less out per start, which is why his stamina dropped um, earlier this season from a 50 to a 45 and then went back up to a 50. I'm a little worried it's just at a 45 now. But that is just kind of where we're at. He's still pitching well. I think the issue is just he's not going as deep into games. And if you look at his velo, he is below his range and currently in the 19th percentile for his fastball, which is concerning because his breaking run value is the 28th percentile, his off speed's a 59. So he's really using that fastball. And it's not as quick as it once was, which I'm sure won't come back to bite us at all. All right, so just a few more scouts. All right, so Walker Jenkins can come back off the IL. Pretty simple. I think the question now becomes, do I... Part of me just wants to move Lantigua to the IL and call up some infield help in the meantime. Trying to think about what I want to do here. Like McCombs should keep starting, but like unfortunately at center field he's just the worst ever. Because what's his range? His range is a 60, which I think for center field should be okay, but maybe I'm mistaken. Walker Jenkins has just turned into the most average, below average hitter this year, which I don't really want to talk about. It is a little sad though. All right, here what we're gonna do. So Crawford obviously going to the bench, and then we're just gonna drop everyone by one. Walker will come in. Here, let me move McCombs to center field. Walker will bat fourth again. He'll take left. McCombs will take center. And I think I'm just going to move Crawford off of center field because he's even worse than McCombs. So I want to make sure those are correct. And I think for now, I might rock and roll with 2 backup outfielders, which will also help me not need to put Sergio Jimenez in the outfield because the handful of times he's had to start and right have been a complete and objective disaster. So we want to make sure that doesn't get messed with at all. But we'll see how that all plays. All right, let's get into game 2. Wait. Duh. I forgot to. Also realizing I never put a pinch hitter in. We'll have it be Caros. Then whoops. Then Crawford. All right. Now we can play game 2. So Walker Jenkins back in the lineup. We'll see if he can have a better second half of the season than he did a first. So we're not quite at the halfway point. That's a lie. We are at the halfway point. I did the math in my head. I was like, wait a minute. There we go. Gabe Gonzalez, a 2-run home run to get us going. And Walker pops it up to center field. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Here's Sergio Jimenez grounding out to short. If he doesn't make the All-Star game, I'm going to actually riot, just to be clear, so everyone knows the stakes. Runners at the corners for McCombs. He hits it up into center. Will be caught. Willie Estrella does not attempt to go home, which I think is fine. Jet Williams flies out to left. He should definitely go home now, and he does. 3-0 ball game. Culpepper grounds out to end the dream. Uh-oh. Jose Ramirez, leadoff double. Alain Gomez Godino with the single. Runners at the corners. I'd love a strikeout here, and I get it. Churio goes down. Hit to third. No play. And that is the downside. Estrella at third base is definitely a weakness on the diamond. And there we go. Well, good news, he got 3 Ks in the inning. Bad news, like everyone was on a full count, so his pitch count's pretty high. Gabe Gonzalez, 2 home runs on the day. Come on, shot. We are unfortunately slowly turning into a defense where we have more liabilities than we do like real standouts. Our only good defensive outfielder is Walker Jenkins in left. And then on the infield, like Luke Keeschel is perfectly fine at first base. Kalen Culpepper is solid in short, but that's really it. As Yanyo Diaz flies out. Like it's not great. And I haven't looked at Culpepper. Yeah, Culpepper at short, he's still doing great. Luke Keeschel, though, I mean, he has a high rating, but he has not had a great defensive year at first this season. Already has 3 errors. I have had to play him at second a little bit, which, trust me, it's not plan A. There we go. He strikes out George Springer, who's still cooking in 2031. Just kind of crazy. How old is George Springer? I feel like I looked this up when I played the Guardians earlier. 41 years young. Fair enough, sir. And they're still putting him in left. I respect it. I don't know if I should, but I do. As McCombs grounds out. Williams grounds out. All right, Culpepper, who are you going to ground out to? No one. He's just going to tragically strike out. So there goes that. Oh, Churio with a home run. I want to see if Shane Baz can get me 5 innings. All those full counts many innings ago are really starting to pile up. And he's walked Jonathan Rodriguez. All right. We're going to get Conley early warming up. Oh, Yanyer Diaz with an error on the throw. You love that. Velasquez takes the walk. All right. That's going to be it for Shane Baz. Not a great start from him. Depending on how this goes, it could get a lot worse. No matter at all. As Schaefer flies out. All right, Walker is on second. Sergio swings deep to center and gone. A 2-run shot for the rookie. Very good, sir. I really need to find out if he's still a rookie eligible. I think he is. Because, like, if he doesn't win rookie of the year, like right now, he has a 340 on base, 554 slug, 894 OPS. He's worth almost 3 WAR. And yet, he's not in the DH All Star voting for whatever reason unknown to God and man. But I'm not going to question it. I feel like I should. Connolly, I need you to get the outs, dude. Thank you, sir. All right. McCombs is on second. Culpepper hits it into center. That is down. McCombs will round third and make it in easily. 7-2 ball game. And Luke Keeschel pops it up very tragically. All right, Early, can you get me the 7th? This might be ambitious. Yeah, it feels ambitious. Don't have much more to give. You got this, buddy. And he did. See, we're okay. All right. And then, yeah, Nazir White will get the next inning. We're going to pinch hit for Gonzalez here. What's Lantigua's? Yeah, it does affect his hitting. Let's put Lantigua in there. See if he can get a little pinch hit. He did not. But, for a moment, I had faith. Menez hits it back to the pitcher. He does not have the speed to beat that out. All right. All right, Lantigua can take over on the right. And then Nazir White will get the 8th. Clean as a whistle. Juan Correa can get the 9th. But first, we have runners at the corners. McCombs hits it up into center. That is off the wall. Look at our boy go. Very good, sir. RBI double. Jet hits it into right. That's going to land. Ooh, a failed dive. You hate to see those. That would have been a single if he fields that cleanly, but instead, a double. I'm not going to complain. I feel like, I shouldn't complain. Culpepper hits it down the line and left. We're just having a great time now. We're just teeing off on him. He's safe. I clearly saw it with the late camera flip. Clearly. Keeschel hits it deep to left and gone. Oh boy. There's still no outs, by the way. This was all done with not a single out. Oh no. Oh no. What's the ERA of the Oh no. Wow. After all of that, his ERA is only up to a 3.2. Wow, he was dynamite this season before this week. Well, I kind of feel bad now, but only slightly. At least Lantigua will get a second AB today. I think he flew out to the exact same spot twice in a row. Jenkins flies out to center. We'll pinch hit for Jimenez here. Give Kyle Caros a bat. Or, yeah. I debated just if Sergio gets aboard, letting him hit for Estrella, but I'll let him DH. See if he can get a hit. He could not. To be clear, the man could not. All right. Juan Correa is going to take the ninth. You got this, buddy. Never a doubt. We win 13-2. That'll do nicely. Gonzalez had 2 home runs. Sergio had 1. Keishel had 1. Shane Baz, not a great start from him, but the bullpen was clutch. Very happy with that. Estrella had 3 hits also. Listen, the man can hit. If only he could play defense, then his WAR would be higher. But here we are. All right. All right. We're almost done with the scouting task list. Draft is in 2 days. I don't think we're going to add anyone. So that should be pretty simply taken care of. All right. We're going to sim game 3 with Jared Jones on the mound. Oh, we lose it 0-2. Oh, I'm sorry. Molina was on the mound, not Jared Jones. Pretty good start from Molina. I think he's another consistently 5 innings, decent amount of Ks guy. The fact that he only has 1 good pitch right now is irrelevant. Pretty good from the bullpen, but yeah, we had 6 hits, 1 walk. Not going to win many games with that. All right, cool. And that is all of the scouting done just in time for the draft. Very nice. I'm going to sim game 1 of the Angel series, and then we'll play the next one. Oh, McCombs is hurt, and it's a concussion. That is the IL. I know it's only day to day, but 1, we have the All-Star break coming up, so he's not going to miss that many games. 2, it affects everything to a moderate level. We're going to call up Matthews or Merrick Houston. Who I want out there more? I think probably Matthews. So we'll call him up. That means Antigua still has the thigh injury, but I think we'll see what he can do. Let's put him in at center field. We'll give him some games here. Anyway, we won 12-2. Love to see it. McCombs and Estrella had homers. Estrella also had his 3rd error at 3rd. Jared Jones pitched okay. Error didn't help. Early allowed 3 hits. What's his whip on the year? 117. It is bigger than last year. Shout out the Master Chief. Craig gets the hold again. Pretty good day offensively from the lads. Bernal got the start at catcher. It's difficult for me to say I expected Bernal to be better. It's just unfortunate that since we called him up like 3 years ago, he's just regressed every step of the way. The only thing that's ever increased was his potential power. Yeah, I think because he's going to be ARB eligible as long as we don't DFA him, and I think we might just let him walk and hit free agency. I wouldn't hate bringing him back on a minor league deal and just put him at AAA, but I think we're kind of... I think Yennier Diaz is just going to get the job rest of the year. All right, so first we'll play our game, then we will do the draft. Just to keep things a little simple. Antigua is going to get the start with a bruised thigh. That seems silly. I'll give Crawford the start just for today. And then Juan Matthews will get the start for Jet Williams, who continues to just, look at this. What do you want me to do with this? His best non-base running percentile is his barrel and hard hit rate, which are both in the 48th percentile. I really thought he would be better. And, he just hasn't. His on base is a 275. We replaced Chase Meidroth with a cheaper, worse on defense version of Chase Maedra, which is honestly impressive. All right, John Klein on the mound. Let's rock and roll. Absolutely nothing through 2 innings, but now Juan Matthews is aboard for Culpepper. Let's rock. He hits it into center. That might land. It does not. I had faith. It did not manifest. Also, is Mike Trout, has he retired? Would appear so. They have 3 catchers on their team. Why does the AI do this? They have 3 catchers and their DH is an outfielder, so they have no outfield subs. Seems a tad silly. I think the only ever time I've had 3 catchers is when it's been like September. Yeah, because that would have been when I had Ryan Campos, Eduardo Tait, and Leo Bernal all up at the same time. Or was it Rushman? It was Rushman. Rushman, Campos, Leo Bernal. Those are my 3. Do we have a hit yet? We do. Both teams have exactly 1. I assumed that was how Juan ended up at second, but it could have been a walk steal situation. Wild pitch, if you will. All right, John, you got this. Oh, Juan Flores is on second. Alvarez hits it into left. Walker's there. We're okay. Tommy Edman, who we debated signing in free agency, grounds out to second. How much did the A's end up giving him? 1 year, 6.2. I might have done that. He's done better than Jet Williams has. I can tell you that for certain. All right, Crawford gets it down. We have a second hit. I might have him steal third, just for how bad our offense has been. Flores does have a 65 arm, so I might reconsider that. Matthews hits it into center. Crawford makes it to third. All right. Surely we can score him from third with only 1 out. Yeah, that didn't work. Culpepper does get the steal at least. And Keishel strikes out on 3 pitches. Man, if he... At what point do I get worried? I think we're getting there. I think we're getting to the I'm getting worried about Luke Keishel part of the season. Clean 7th from John Klein. He's only on 72 pitches. Like, I'm not going to take him out. He's dealing. I'll probably warm somebody up to start the 8th, but like, he's cruising right now. Jenkins flies out to center. All right, Sergio, if there's ever a time for a solo shot to left. Not quite. All right. I am going to get Gerst warming up. Clean 8th. I mean, I think I'm definitely going to pull him because he's at 85, which is about his limit. But, like, come on, guys. Estrella K's. Diaz grounds out. And so does Crawford. All right. It is at this point I am going to pull John Klein. 8 scoreless, 2 hits, no walks, 11 Ks, the start of his life, and we couldn't score anything. All right, clean 9th from Gerst. I'm going to pinch hit from Matthews here with the aforementioned Jet Williams. And he grounds out third. Culpepper gets it down in center. I'm having him steal again. Like, I have to. Good man. All right. Hit it to the gap, Keishel, and we win the ball game. He hits it to short. He grounds out, but it does move Culpepper. So Gabe Gonzalez is our last hope, or else we're going to extra innings. We're going to extra innings as he pops it up to second. What a wasted offensive or pitching performance. All right, we're going to go Keckering for the 10th. Good news is I have the bullpen depth in case this goes long. Keckering immediately gives up a hit, runners at the corners. I respect the pickoff attempt. Don't walk the bases loaded. I mean, he didn't. Can't really be mad there. That looked like it was in time. It was not. Scherer swing and a miss. They get the steal off of Diaz, which has happened quite a bit. That's definitely a downgrade of Eduardo Tai getting hurt. He's our best defensive catcher. And it has a moderate effect on his running. I'm going to leave Gabe out there as the ghost runner. 1 run ties it up. 2, we walk him off. Walker, that he might beat that out, and he does. I'll let Sergio hit without stealing. Walked him to bases loaded, Willie Estrella. And he strikes out. Diaz hits it to short. They're going to go home, definitely in time. And all of a sudden, we went from bases loaded, no outs, to bases loaded, 2 outs, and Justin Crawford is our last hope. What's he got? Hits it up into left. That'll be caught. I mean, we deserve to lose that game. I don't know if they deserve to win it, but we so deserve to lose it. We had bases loaded, no outs. Estrella K's. Diaz grounds into the fielder's choice at home. Crawford flies out. What a wasted look at this. What a wasted start from John Klein. Man. That's so annoying. 4 hits, 1 walk all day. Very sad. You can't blame Keckering for allowing the Ghost Runner to score. The whole point of the Ghost Runner being there is he's supposed to score. All right. Well, on that disappointment, let us begin the MLB draft, where we're pretty much going best player available. I think the only thing we don't need, similar to last season, is a like AA or AAA pitcher, because we have a lot of those guys that we need to give ABs to, and we have other guys in high A that, like Jordan Esposito, should probably be in AA right now. I like Montero though. Mm-hmm. AI keeps trying to make Ben Kerdna a starter. Breckheimer is the closer in AAA. Good God. How's Yandy Gomez doing? He's doing pretty good. We have a really good bullpen depth. Who am I going to do? Kerdna, you go back to being a reliever. Jason Wrights is not who I want to call up to AAA. Who do I want to call up to AAA? None of these guys are really. I think Wrights. Wrights will go up. Espinoza goes up. We roll from there. All right. Enough of that. Let's go to the draft. So we have pick number 17. I doubt that we're going to get any of the big dogs. I mean, they're only what? 16? Yeah. There's not a lot of players with 60 overall and above. So doubt we'll get any of them, but we'll probably fish in these waters. We might go catcher in the first round. Who knows? We're just going to auto draft into our pick. Who's mocked to us at 17? Kevin Smith, who has all the power in the world, cannot play defense. I don't love that. All right, let's just do auto draft until our pick. Dang, the insane power catcher went. What a shame. A catcher went number 1 overall. Good God. Fair enough. Okay, so first of all, let's get the obvious out of the way. Mr. 80 overall, who is currently out for a year with a ruptured UCL, is available. Oh, you just got hurt yesterday? Oh, that's terrible. The day before the draft, he ruptures his UCL. Oh, no. And he's so good, too. That's the thing. Like, yeah, his control is probably bad, but he's going to have 280 grade pitches. He crushed in the draft league. They had a 191 BABIP against him in the DL. Good God. He's out for a year, though. Oh, I don't think I can take him. That's so rough, though. That hurts. Kevin Smith is the guy that was mocked to us. I don't think I'm going to take him. One, he wants $10 million. And yeah, this pick slot is 6.5. So don't think we're going to do that. Kirk Fliss can't play defense, no contact whatsoever. Good God. This is such a terrible draft. Justin Loving, again, can't play defense. His avoid K is worse than we think it is. Loving can't play defense. Roxburgh has a bad personality and 25 control. If I knew the control was a 70, I would debate Jordan Williams. But if that's a 50, then he's got average stuff, average control, and only 2 good potential pitches with very bad velo. Well, this is a depressing draft, isn't it? I wouldn't hate Antonio Perez, but not with a first round pick. He's probably going to be good. I don't think he's going to be first round pick worthy. Jimmy Welty is the guy that. No, there's one guy in here there's one reliever in here was drafted last year and just didn't sign. I mean, again, we don't really need a reliever in the top end. We have a big enough bullpen as it is, which kind of makes this difficult. Oh, why couldn't you have bet? Look at the defense. Oh, man. If he had a better personality and a better bat, in other words, if he was just a completely different prospect. Steve Benn. I mean, we know the power is real. We know the avoid case is good. Contact is solid. Annoyingly, the outfield error of 75 is I would give anything to swap that with either the arm or the range. Again, TJ Hayden, probably going to be a really good reliever, but not something we need. Now, I like Seth Links. Let me wrap up the other 50s and then I'll come back. Lee Nelson is also very good. I don't think I'd take Rankin in the first round. I mean, defensively, he's great. The power, gap power, eye is all real. He's going to strike out a ton. He struck out 152 times in 71 games in college. Good God. Raspberry, great last name. Don't think I'd take him. Sarkovsky again. He's going to be good, but or not. I mean, he's going to be average with 3 good pitches. All right, so I think the pick is either Seth Links or Lee Nelson. They're both high school bats. Lee Nelson wants $10 million. That's honestly the deciding factor. So Links, defensively, not the best profile. Range of 60 is fine, but a 45 arm is pretty low. But his personality class is really good. He's not going to be a leader, but I mean, he's not going to have a lot of power, but who honestly cares? We know his gap power is going to be good. He's got potential of a 70i. I think he is the pick. 17 years old, going to be 18 right after the season ends. I like him. His nickname is Cow, which, maybe he was a farmer in New Jersey. I don't know. But yeah, that's the pick. Yep, indeed. I also forgot to look in the sortable list, not in the other thing. All right, Seth Links. We are going to meet his demand. Technically, we'll get him for under slot by like 450,000, which that could matter. Oh, somebody took the top reliever. What was the guy's name? McCrow. Oh, he fell to the second round. I mean, listen, you get a guy like this in the second round, you're fine with it. But he's out for a year, and like that hurts. Okay. I mean, we're pretty much looking in the exact same list. Let me look at the just those top relievers really quick in case that's the way I want to go. I mean, of them, I can't take Roxborough. The control is just way too bad. I think Antonio Perez would be a pretty decent pick. My fear is if that control is worse than I think it is. Jordan Williams, I mean, no, I can't take him. I can't. If the control is bad, then all he has to fall back on are two good pitches and a bad prevent BABIP, which means his whip is going to be pretty high more often than not. Armitage, I mean, his control sucks. I think if I take any of the closers, it would be Perez. I'd probably put him in double A to start, maybe high A. I mean, he's going to be 21 in a month. So even if, he takes 2 years to get called up, still a 23-year-old reliever. How much money did he want? 80,000. He wants nothing. I think it's either him or Williams. And my fear with Williams is that I just don't know enough because the home run allowed is also average. Like if that's closer to 45, like his BABIP is, then I think we're a little worried there. Any catchers that like look amazing that I just want to take a swing on? Mm, no. Yeah, the answer to my question is clearly a no. I don't hate Jordan Johnson, but that's not a profile you take in the second round. He has no power whatsoever. He's never going to walk, though he did have a decent amount of walks in high school. So the eye could be better. But yeah, there's just what a fascinating profile. He's the fastest catcher to ever live. He's got a cannon of an arm, but he has no power and he can't hit the baseball. Yeah, I think if we were going to take any of these guys, like none of them are particularly that intriguing. Like Chafin's good defensively, he's got the power, but that's about it. I think we take Perez. Antonio Perez is going to be our pick. We're just going to meet his demand pretty simply. All right, in the third round, do I take Jordan Williams? He does want 6 million, and the slot for this pick is one. And like we are going Perez on the cheap, but I don't know if that's enough to make up the. He is falling though. Let me tell you. My other concern is like his stamina is a 55. If that gets worse and he has to be a reliever, you're paying $6 million for a reliever with two good pitches and a control that could literally be anything. Like it could be as low as a 45, it could be as high as a 70. I don't think I'm out on Williams. I think I'm out. Who's the AI want me to take? I'd like Hostler if he had better defense. Hmm. Let's look at the starters though, just to entertain ourselves. Ooh, Felix Cazeras out of Florida. He's got the stamina for it. He has one good pitch. The movement we know is very good. The control could suck. I think I'm out. Though it is a fun looking profile. I mean, the control of 45, you're like, oh, his control is 45. I wonder where it's materialized. Looks in college, 6.2 walks per nine, 5.7, 1.5 whip. Yeah, I think I'm good. Jordan Combs, just a complete junk baller. What are the high stuff potential guys? Yeah, none of them are really like I could just take him, but I don't think it's worth the risk. If I knew the control, I'd be interested, but I don't think it's worth the risk because he might not sign anyway. I think that's the fundamental problem that I'm currently have myself in. Kerry Carter, I mean, sure his error sucks, but he's got a good arm. Not a lot of power, contact first outfielder. Robertson doesn't have that good of a bat. Mm. Ooh. Ah. Yeah, so we know for certain that he has no power and his eye is bad. His avoid K could also be bad. What a shame. I think if we take anyone here, it might just be Dave Hostler, and we accept the fact that his defense isn't going to be particularly awe-inspiring. but I don't really see any of the other hitters. Although, do I like Carter more? Let's compare them in. So potentially they're just two different players, obviously. It's the question of whether you like power or contact. Kerry Carter also is 3 years younger. Defensively, I would prefer Carter, I think. Having a little bit better era is nice, but he's got 15 more arm. Hmm. Carter also might not be a captain because he has low IQ, but he's definitely a leader. He wants 750,000. Hostler wants 600,000. And his personality is probably bad. I kind of like them both. I'm going to take Kerry Carter. And if Hosler is available in the next round, I might just take him. Nope, he's gone. Fair enough. All right, so far we've gone 2 high school outfielders, 1 college reliever. Atkinson just went. Good luck. No one has taken Jordan Williams yet. I'm not going to take him because at this point I kind of need a starter, and he likely won't sign. If he's still there next round, sure, I'll pull the trigger. But I'm not doing that now. Jordan Combs, I think his pitches just aren't good enough. Sean Alcorn, I just don't know enough. Like, the home run allowed could be a 45, the control could be a 35. We know he has bad stuff. He has one good pitch. Honestly, Cazares is at least tempting. Because there's a world where if you work on his secondary stuff, he could develop a second good pitch. We know his movement's really good. I kind of like Cazares. But I like him more than Zach Kasparian. Yeah, I think I do. I'm going to take Cazares. All right. If Jordan Williams is available in the 5th round, I'm taking him. He is. I'm taking him. Like at this point, I could just offer him his actual slot. Because listen, we have the money to burn. And at this point, it's the 5th round. Like, if I take a guy like this in the 5th round and his control doesn't suck and he pans out as a starter, that's a win. So I think we take him. The fall stops here. If he doesn't sign, we can all look back and laugh at this moment. Oh, oh, Guerrero. I mean, he's a reliever. Let's get that out of the way. No, he has no good. I can't do it. All right, I'm looking at catchers again. We're going back to this terrible list. Jordan Johnson is still there. He has low leader, which I don't love, but he has a good worth ethic. No, I can't. All these catchers are terrible. Do I take this speedster in Gordon? Who's the highest defensive potential guy here? Or I guess this shows me current, not potential. I mean, Nick Lowell's going to be the best defensive catcher in my org, but he can't hit. I am tempted by Jordan Johnson. I like him or McBurney more. They're essentially the same age for all intents and purposes. Johnson, better BAPIP K potential. McBurney, better power. but even then, his power potential is below average. Defensively, I think I'd rather have the 55 arm of Johnson. I think I'm going to take Jordan Johnson, accepting the fact like his ceiling is AAA, if that. But we'll take him. We'll take him and roll them. All right, now we're going hitters, specifically college. Let's have some fun here. Man, this list really has taken a hit, hasn't it? Shane? No. We're also down to 40 potential guys at this point. This draft really has been terrible in terms of depth. I mean, I like his defense. He's got the range to play in center field. His speed is pretty bad. Well, his speed is fine. His steal ability is pretty bad. His potential could be worse than we think, and we know he has no eye and no power. Because I think at this point, you're looking for players that could rise up your minor leagues and maybe do something. I don't really think he is. Adrian Gobble. Good defense. Decent contact. College, he was pretty good with contact, so he could be a pick. Adrian Spector wouldn't be a bad get out of out of Kent State. No, it is Kansas State. Why? I'm not going to question why it's abbreviated. I mean, his on base immediately dropped in the draft league. Defensively, I have concerns. I don't really think going back to back catcher is the move here. I don't want to take Barry. I think I might. Or Gobble. I think I like Gobble. I'm going to take Gobble. See what happens. I mean, Spector's still there, so I'll take him next. Pretty simple. What round are we in? 9? All right. We'll just go BPA pitcher regardless of position. Or not, yeah. Starter, reliever. Alcorn is still available. I don't think I want him. Nathan Newman. Out of Florida. He's pitched pretty well in the draft league, but control is a little shaky. He is kind of redundant with some of the other guys we've taken, but I don't know if I'll get a better pure pitcher here. Kasparian is also still available, who we debated signing or drafting a few rounds ago, but like the home run allowed could be a 40 and then he's doomed. I think we're going to take Newman. We're a double dip on bullpen guy. I mean, we know for a fact he has no good pitch, but his movement is elite. What a fascinating profile. All right, 10th round. Is there anyone in the main list who's just fallen completely? There are a couple. I mean, he's definitely a reliever. He has no good pitch. I'll pass. The other guy was a shortstop, Brasino. No, a starter, excuse me. Wow. Now, this is a profile. He's going to have two, because we have very high accuracy on the stuff, which means we know the pitch ratings are real. Potentially, he has an elite fastball and curve, average changeup and sinker, bad movement, control could be anything. I kind of want to take him to see how he pans out. He does have the fragile injury designation, which means he's likely to end up as a reliever, but I'm kind of okay with that anyway. I like Brasinho. I think I'll take him. All right. Then that'll be it for the draft. We'll just auto draft the rest of the way, see what the AI does here. All right. First things first. Oh, I forgot. It's drafted players are not considered a major transaction. All right. Did any of the top 10 picks sign right out the gate? Yes. Jordan Johnson, our catcher, did indeed. We need a 2031 draft list, which we will, of course, add him to. I think for him, definitely rookie ball. We'll get a fresh scouting report. If we're lucky, his defense will improve. Gobble signed. Double A is a bit much. I think we put him in high A, lock him there. I don't even know if I'm going to add him to the draft short list. I'll get a fresh scouting report on him, and then I'll figure it out. Gobble, Newman. Newman, I think, similarly, we'll call him back from his draft league and put him in high A. I think him I'll add to the list and then get a scouting report on. I think we're going to slow play Newman a bit, especially with his really bad control. I don't want to throw him to the Wolves quite yet. Brasinho signed. Very nice. We'll see about that control. I'm a little worried. The AI did move him to a reliever. I think I want to try him as a starter. I'm going to set him back to a starter, and we'll see if the AI keeps him there. Then the AI took looks like the AI went pretty high school heavy, which is fine. All right, so we're waiting to hear back on all of these men. We did have room in our budget to offer Jordan Williams the $6 million. So if we get him, then I think we could have something here. So let's advance the day. Anybody just want to sign immediately? Oh, Williams. All of that fuss, Jordan, and you sign. What a useless individual. All of that fuss, signed for $6 million. Okay, so we got him. This first scouting report could be disastrous. Is he ready for the FSL? No, not really. I mean, I like his profile as long as that control doesn't implode. But hey, all right. All-star rosters have been announced. Let's take a look. AL, Connolly Early makes it out of the bullpen. He is now a second-time All-Star, back-to-back years. Happy for him. He is the only pitcher. Culpepper makes it at short. Very good. He is quietly having his best season ever right now. Electric stuff. Hey, Sergio Jimenez made it. Thank God. If he didn't make it, I would have had words. Because I even looked last episode at the stats page, and let me pull it up again. So in the American League alone, Jimenez is tied for second in homers, second in RBIs, He is third in total ABs, tied for third in hits, tied for second in runs, second in total bases. Like, come on. Come on. Come on. All right. Cool. So let's play the finale of this Angel series with Taj Bradley on the mound. I am going to rest my two All-Stars. Willie Estrella is going to the bench, so Karos is going to take third. Keishel will hit leadoff. Juan Matthews will play short. I need a DH. Let's move Gonzalez to DH. And Carson Crawford, how do you feel about playing in right field for the first time in your career? I ask you. I guess I could just have Lantigua do it. Nah, I want to play him at center. I think, listen, we know that Crawford and McCombs are not good in center field. So if we can, get Lantigua to be good, then he could actually have a roster spot for us. I'll have Yenyer Diaz bat fifth. I ain't afraid. I ain't afraid of no ghost. All right. Day before the All-Star game. Let's try to get a little series win to close us out here. Oh, Taj. You got this, Taj. He did not. But Matthews is aboard for Gonzalez, who strikes out swinging. Only two All-Stars. I feel like it would have been more. I mean, to be fair, like Walker Jenkins got hurt and is having a down year. Luke Keishel, by his standards, is having a pretty down year. Gabe Gonzalez not making it. Nah, he's also had a bad year. Our stars not doing great. No, boy. Speaking of stars, Taj is getting killed, but Lantigua and Crawford are aboard for Mr. Williams. Also, in real life, the White Sox just paid their number one overall pick, Chwalski, $10.25 million. Yeesh. You better keep him if short. Oh man. Popped up. Thank you, Taj. Another pop up. Very good. Couldn't get that one though. Flores gets it down. That'll score. Never mind. Edmund did not go home. Fair play. Alvarez hits it to short. No throw. They get the run. Here's a dumb question. Should I flip these two? No. So Jet has also not been good at second, so maybe I should. All right, Marsh grounds out. They get a run, which, bases loaded, one out, you get one run. I think the defense is probably happier than that than the offense. Swing and a miss from Crawford with runners at the corners. Jet Williams flies out to left. All right, Kyle. If he had any value still, I would trade him at the deadline. But I just don't think he does, unfortunately. Oh, man. I think we must come to the conclusion that there's a non-zero chance that Taj Bradley's arm just falls off next season. Wild pitch scores the runner. Because if his stamina keeps dropping and his pitching run value goes, then there's not much that he can still get us. Strikes out Jim Tomei's son. Don't actually know if that is his son. I highly doubt it is, but you never. Oh my God, it is. Fair enough. How has he been in this save? I mean, to be fair, potential wise, looks pretty good. He's bounced around to a couple different teams. He was a first round pick in 2026 in the Civ. Not great at third. All right, Keishel is on second. Gonzalez flies out to right. Kamal Walker, I believe in you. Man, he really went from having like one of the best seasons an outfielder's had for us to just despair. Come on, Lumpkins. Good man. Oh boy. Runner on third, no outs. What about runners on the corners, no outs? Oh no. And he walked Edman. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, Lumpkins. You kind of just got to get an out here. Thank you. All right, we'll bring on Wohlers. Good luck, Brennan. Jim Tomei's son hits into the Fearless Choice at home. The password hits it into center, down in front of Lantigua. That will score 2. Both will go on Lumpkin's scoreline. Juan Flores is walked. Alvarez hits it to second. The throw in time. An error. Who had the error? Diaz at catcher. Neat. Nothing for us in the 7th or them in the 8th. I'll have Yandre take that. All right, runners at the corners for Diaz. They walk him. Bases loaded, Lantigua. Swing and a miss. And Crawford follows suit. Well done, lads. All right, we'll bring on Yandre for the 9th. Dude, I got to be honest. Just get the out. Thank you. See, he heard me. And Jet Williams is aboard. If they want to walk Kyle on 4 pitches, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, they walk him. 2 men on for Keishel. Hits it to short for the double play. Thanks, Luke. Appreciate it. Matthews grounds out in the game. Our offense just has gone completely ice cold. Like, looking at July, we're literally feast or famine. Like, we've scored 10, 13, 12, and then 0, 0, 0. Yikes. Adam Bachdorfer. What a name. All right, we're just going to sim through the All-Star break and hope nobody gets hurt in the All-Star game. Because, yes, that has happened to me before. Shohei wins the home run derby. You're kidding. Also, why is he still in rookie ball? I don't know why Cal Tippett is still in rookie ball. He should not be. I feel like I have moved him up before. I can't move him up to high IA when he's technically injured. Fair enough. All right, Kenny Carter has signed. I'm not too hopeful for him, but I like his defense. I think if his bat hits, we could have something. But, you know. All right, National League beat the American League 6-2. Hitter wise, Culpepper pinch hit and got a hit. Well done. Sergio Jimenez pinch hit and struck out and then was made to play second base, which he is totally done before. Pitching wise, Connolly early pitched and got 2 outs. He walked a man and got a K. Not the best showing. However, it does beat last year's All-Star game where our players essentially cost them the game. So there is that. Well, our starting second baseman just fractured his cheekbone doing what? He hurt himself while attempting but missing a high five with a teammate and suffered a fractured cheekbone. Okay, fair enough. He's out 6 weeks, which will take him out until September. That's yeah, that's pretty rough. Anyway, fresh scouting report on Kenny Carter, I should say. Oh God, he lost some potential and also lost potential contact. Not great. Okay, well, all of a sudden then, I need a second baseman because no disrespect to Juan Matthews, but I don't think he is the answer at second. In AAA, I think the easiest solution is we either call up Lippincott or Albertus and see what he can do. I think Albertus might be the move. He's also not great defensively at second, but I think we might as well see. We'll call him up. How does he compare to Matthews? I think Matthews is better. But Albertus is better against lefties, so we're just going to do a straight platoon then. I could play Kyle Karos at second, but that is not looking like it's the answer defensively, so I think we'll just play the kids. So Matthews will play second. Against righties, and Albertus will take second against lefties. Well, a bit rude of Jet Williams to, go and get hurt there, but we are going to see the MLB debut of Alexander Albertus. He's done really, really well in AAA. We'll see what he can do. Let me reset fatigue on everyone, just so no one gets any carryover from the All-Star break. Taj Bradley did just have a start. So, honestly, I think we're just going to start from Shane Baz and then work our way down. I'm going to sim game 1 against Chase Dollinger and the Cubbies. Did he get suspended? Oh, no. Hope it doesn't glitch. Adrian Gobble, fresh scouting report. Okay, his potential eye increases. Okay. 5 games at high A, he's crushing it. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. So I don't want to run into the glitch that happened last time where I tried to play a suspended game and it effectively locked me out of everything. So I'm just simming the doubleheader. We're just going to sim both. And we lose both. You know what? That does indeed track. So Shane Baz got popped a little bit in the suspended game. Culpepper had a third error at short. Our bats were ice cold. Then in game 2, it did give Taj Bradley the start. He got popped a little bit. Bernal had its third error at catcher, which is pretty rough. Ouch. So that means we have lost 4 in a row, 5 of our last 6. Neat. Jordan Johnson scouting report. Oh, he got better. His current defense range dropped. I don't care about that. His potential power increased to a 30. I grant you, but still. So negotiations wise, I mean, we're still waiting on Lynx, Perez, and Cazares. Hopefully, they sign soon. It would be nice. All right, let us play the finale with Mason Molina on the mound. And then what do I do here? I think I'm going to let Lantigua keep playing because McCombs is currently on the IL. So when he comes back, we're going to have a decision to make. There was also a trade that was offered to me that I completely ignored. I'll look at that after the game. So Walker has a leadoff double. Jimenez goes down swinging. Estrella grounds out. And Diaz grounds out as well. You got this, Mason. He did not. Just for those keeping track at home, he did not. But I am going to need a couple innings from you because there was a doubleheader yesterday, and my bullpen is looking a little worse for wear, dare I say. But bases are loaded. Gabe Gonzalez hits it deep into center. That will be caught. Should score Albertus. We're on the board. Here's Walker. Hits it deep into center, but that'll be harmlessly caught. Nothing doing. You got this, Mason. You got this, Mason. Damn, he's going to get there on the chopper. Oh, that's annoying. And Holcomb hits it out of the park. Yikes. Yeah, that ballooned his ERA all the way up to a 4 or 5. Jeez Louise. Solo shot from Lantigua, the first of his career. And Walker gets it down in center. That should score both runners. Let's find out together. And it does. A triple for Walker. Very good, sir. We're going to get Lumpkins warming up. Menez hits it deep to center, but that will be caught. Ezequiel Tovar. Hello. I think he was on my Rockies for longer than 2031. Well, Alcantara just hit a solo shot, so that's it for Molino. I lied. I'm going to let him face Moises. Good man. I'll let him face Rosario. I never learn. Yeah, that's what I get. No, I didn't, because he was replaced at short. I think he went to the Red Sox, if I remember correctly. There we go. Albertus. 2-run home run. Culpepper? Nah, that's going to be caught. I had hope for a second. It did not manifest. David, you got this. Oh my God. His ERA is now 4.6. Thank God it wasn't worse. I like how the one damn day our offense wakes up, all of our pitchers just decide that they've forgotten how to throw the ball. It's honestly kind of impressive. Very good. Brennan, just get the outs. Thank you. Yeah, that was grim. Molina gives up 9. Lumpkins gives up 4. All runs are earned. I mean, hey, we scored 7, but we gave up nearly double. And now we face Cleveland once again. I forgot about this trade. Let me look at it. So they want to send me Dylan O'Ray, who admittedly does look pretty good. Defensively, I mean, he could maybe play center. He's also 27. And Danny Vasquez, who I don't really care about, in exchange for Bernal. I wouldn't hate the idea of trading Bernal. What else do they want? Santa? Yeah, no. You. How much did I pay for him? 7.3 million. Yeah. So here's the thing. Uh, it's going to be a no. Just so we're clear. Just so we're on the same page here. That's going to be a no. All right. Scouting report on Nathan Newman. He lost potential velo. However, his movement did increase. Okay. Not the end of the world. All right. I'm simming game 1. I have faith in Jared Jones. Thank you. Lantigua is hurt again. And honestly, I'm just going to do the swap. Oh, McCombs isn't eligible to come off the IL. Once I hit the sim button, he will be. We win 10-8. Estrella had an error which allowed Keckering to have 4 unearned runs. Goodness gracious. Yeah, Estrella at third is a legitimate problem, but I don't have anywhere else to play him, which is a little annoying. But Culpepper had a home run. Diaz with 3 hits. Good man. All right, let's advance the day. All right, McCombs can come off the IL, and he is going to take center field pretty simply. Okay. Hey, Seth Links is signed. So our first round pick is in the building. High school outfielder. Overall, looks pretty good. The defense, morally questionable, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, we finally won a game of baseball, which I, for one, am happy with. I might actually get to the trade line. Nah, because this will be a shorter episode. So I think we'll get through both this Guardians and the A series, and then we'll stop before the Royals. So, all right, let's play game 2. John Klein on the mound. Looks like Bernal is getting the start at catcher, which is fine. He hasn't played in. Yeah, he's played in 1 game post All-Star break. Let's see. I'm gonna give Walker Jenkins a rare day off and just move everyone up 1. Put Justin Crawford in at left. All right, here we go. Game 2 against the Guardians. Estrella is on second. McCombs coming off the IL. Swing and a miss. Crawford beats out this. He didn't. I'm sorry. He has a speed of 70. That was a slow chopper. And you're telling me with a straight face that he doesn't beat that out? Oh, Guardians are on the board and it's about to get worse. It got worse. 2-0. But now, Bernal and Albertus are aboard for Culpepper. Who lines out to third? Keishel swing and a miss. Gonzalez lines out to third also. There must be something in the water. All right, Jimenez is on second. McCombs strikes out again. Crawford follows suit. I really do need to look at our K numbers because I have a feeling they're pretty bad compared to years previous. Klein is at 84 pitches, so I think his day is essentially done. Although I don't have many relievers available, so going to be honest, John, you might need to push this. All right. They walked Gabe, 2 men aboard. Jimenez, the all-star, hits it to short. He ground. No, he beats it out. He's the greatest hitter on this team. Bases loaded for Estrella. Full count. Hits it to short. Gets the double play. No RBI for Estrella. We do get the run. McCombs takes the walk. Runners at the corners for Crawford. Hits it to short. Everyone's just hitting it to short. This whole inning. All right, we get one run back at least. Oh, John, come on, buddy. I'd really like it if he could get me the sixth. It's the out there, and that was only 2 pitches. I'll let him face DeLauder. Hits it hard, and it's past Culpepper. A third run will score. All right, that's it for him. Dang it. All right, we're going to go Connolly early. Connolly. Thank you. You unserious man. And then we'll get Gerst warming up for the 8th. Ooh, Sergio Jimenez with a double. Estrella hits it to third. He is gunned down, but we advance the man just in time for McCombs to pop up on a full count into foul territory. Neat. All right, Gerst will get the 8th. Clean as a whistle. We are going to pinch hit for Crawford here. Actually, no, I lied. Crawford will hit. I'll pinch hit for Bernal. Crawford hits a slow ball to short. Can't beat it out, though. Diaz will bat here for Bernal. Hits it deep into left. That is down at the wall. A double for Mr. Diaz. I unfortunately cannot pinch run for him because then I'd be out of catchers. Albertus hits it into left. That is down. Diaz will score. Never mind, he holds up at third like a coward. Culpepper pops it up. Man. All right. Luke Keishel is our last out. 0-1 count. Hits it to short. Easy throw. And we drop game to 1-3. Not great. Shout out Charlie Condon, who in my Rockies rebuild was genuinely one of the best players in baseball for a couple seasons. Yeah, not great. I think Klein just tried to push him a little long, couldn't do it. Jimenez had 3 hits. Albertus had 2. He's doing okay so far in 3 games. He's holding it together. But we do take the loss. All right, so draftee wise, we're still waiting on Perez and Cazares to get back with us. All right, and they both have, and they've both signed. So Cazares, we're definitely like this scouting report. If it says his control is bad, we may be in deep trouble. But I like him a lot. Antonio Perez. What are his ratings in Double A? I'm gonna put him in Double A. He might get blown up a bit, but I kind of want to see it. We'll get a scouting report because, good God, I need to know if that control really has a potential to be a 50. And I mean, all of these could drop also. So there's a chance that Perez turns out to be a poor player. The A's are offering me Denzel Clark. So my answer is no. The man had 222 Ks last season. I think that pretty much sums it up. He's also making $11 million. I will decline. Here's a fun question. Is Jacob Young still unsigned? He signed in Korea with the KBO 2 weeks ago. Fair enough. Hope he does well there. Honestly, if McCombs wasn't hitting kind of as well as he is, and we didn't have Lantigua, although he's on the IL right now, I would consider signing Jacob Young back. Crawford, I need you to hit the baseball better, man. All right. So yeah, now the damn rotation's out of whack because the AI pitched Taj Bradley like that, which I'm not going to question. But let's just move into Game 3. I am going to give. Well, McCombs did just come back from injury. I'm going to give Walker the day off again. Well, no, that seems silly. I'm going to give Gabe the day off. Walker will move up and bat third. Menez, Estrella, Diaz, and then Crawford in left. That'll be the move. Huh? Oh, whoops. Walker in right. Or Walker in left, McCombs in right, Crawford in center. That'll be the executive decision. Kyle Carlos has effectively fallen out of my plans. I need to trade him at the deadline. And honestly, the only reason I might not is because Jet Williams is out until mid-September. And at a certain point, I run out of bodies in the infield. Double play is depressing. Jimenez grounds out to end the inning. Runners on first and second, no outs, and we don't score a single one. Ain't that nothing but a thing? Diaz is aboard for Crawford, who flies out to left. There we go. McCombs gets it down. I don't think they're going to send Diaz, which is the correct decision. The man has a speed of 40. Matthews takes a walk. Very good. Oh, don't be hurt. Don't be hurt. Don't be hurt. We're okay. RBI hit by pitch. And Luke Keeschel gets it down in center. Thank you much. Wasted throw home allows Keeschel to go to second. We're up 3-0. And Walker flies out to left. All right, Shane has a cushion. Jimenez and Crawford are aboard. McCombs should not have swung at the 2-0 count, but here we are. Oz is still doing pretty well. Let's see if Juan Matthews can actually hit the baseball. Slow chopper to third. Beats it out. Very good. What's Matthews' speed? 55? Sure. And Culpepper grounds out. Does move the runner. I'll take that. Luke Keeschel grounding out to move the runner. I will take less. Walker flies out again. All right. Bottom of the fourth. Solo shot from Jesus Rodriguez. Justin Crawford, 2-run home run. What are his July splits? Not that good. He had a 556 slug in June. It's kind of funny. And McCombs flies out. But hey, more insurance runs. Always appreciated. Shane Baz is at 90 pitches. I got to be honest, Shane. One of you guys has to give me 6 innings. It's a fly out to left on only 2 pitches. I like that. Vengeance against Rodriguez. He's going to beat that out. I'll let him face Velasquez. And he walked him. No, he didn't. That ball was in the opposite batter's box. And he gets Churios swinging. Sweet. Shane Baz just pitched like 108 pitches, which kind of crazy. But he needed that to get through 6 innings. I'll leave that unfortunate fact there. All right, Nazir White for the 7th. Allows a solo shot and then a double. Not great. I think, as the wild pitch scores, I think what I might do at the deadline is trade one of my relievers to get a better infield bat. And then call up, either call up Yendy Gomez or Breckheimer from AAA. Probably Gomez. God, Nazir White is getting crushed. Are you better or worse against lefties, my good man? You are better against lefties by a touch. So Nazir White will stay in to face him. They get the steal off Diaz. There goes our double play. Hits it to third. Estrella makes the throw. That'll be it, though. We'll go Brennan. Coming in to face Jonathan Rodriguez, who hits a 3-run shot out of here. Nazir White's ERA is now up to a 4.57. I mean, he had a sub-1 ERA in April, 5.40 in May, about 4 in June, and now a 12 ERA in July. All right, well, the lead is gone. Long live the lead. Nothing for us in the 8th, Brennan. Gosh, dang it. Brennan Gerst for 1 out. Good man. All right, down by 2 all of a sudden. Walker swings and misses. Jimenez. Soft grounder to short. That'll be an error. Oh, they call it an infield hit. Sure, I'll take that. Help his stats. Estrella deep to center, but that is caught. Yanyer Diaz, our last out. Not quite, he says. Hits it into center. Moves Sergio to second. I am going to pinch hit for Crawford here. We're going to give Gabriel Gonzalez the bat off the bench. Hits it into right. Caught. I mean, that sucked. Like that well and truly sucked. Wohlers gets the loss and the blown save, but it should have been on Nazir White. We also left 22 men on, which, isn't great. All right, fresh scouting report on Jordan Williams. Nobody move. Nobody breathe. Okay. His potential control did drop, as did his potential rating. However, I think that slider is better than it used to be. Just throwing that out there. All right, we're going to play game 4 with Taj Bradley on the mound. Yeah, I think everyone is in there that should be. Let's see if Taj can turn back the clock and get me like 6 scoreless. Nope, he's already allowed a run in the first. McCombs is on second. Now he's on third. Culpepper grounds out. McCombs wisely does not try to go home. Never mind, a terrible throw means he's on first. And a wild pitch scores him. We're doing great. Keishel swings at the 3-1 and promptly grounds out. Nice. And they had to pull their third baseman there. You got this, Taj. 2 men aboard. Gabe, come on, buddy. Man. Like, his average and his on base are pretty similar, but what's killing him is his Ks, his strikeout rate's a lot worse, and his slugging is down from a 442 last year to a 357. That's what's killing him. And Walker hits into a double play. We had runners on first and second, no outs, and once again we can't score. Gameless. Hey, Taj Bradley gave me 6. Good man. 2 men aboard. Diaz hits it to short. It's a slow one, though, so the only out is at first. McCombs hits it to the catcher. He bobbles it. Oh, now. Base is loaded. Albertus lines out to center. That will score Jimenez, though, so we have the lead. For a brief moment, Culpepper hits it into center. That lands. 1 run will score. It's a heck of a throw. We have the lead 3-1. And Keishel strikes out. His left on base number is going to be rough. Taj Bradley, you needed 100 pitches, but buddy, you got it done. Clean 7th from Lumpkins. I'm honestly going to have Conley early pitch the 8th. Like, both my long relievers are only getting 1 inning today. All right. And then Keckering is getting the 9th. Ooh. 2 men are aboard. Culpepper hits it back to the pitcher. Down he goes. Okay. I'm going to make defensive sub here. Karos will take over for Estrella at third. Keckering will come in for the save. 2 men are already aboard for DeLauder. I'm scared. And he gets it down. Why can't I just have a nice... Never mind, Gonzalez is a god. He gets the out. Schaefer swings and misses. Jose Ramirez, the last out, pops it up. Albertus is there. We get the win to even the series at 2 apiece. Keishel's left on base number is better than I thought it would be. Really good from the pitching staff. Taj Bradley only stuck out 3 in 6 innings, which is fairly depressing, but he gave me 6 innings for the first time in forever. Much appreciated. The bullpen very much appreciates that. All right, and then, so this will be the last series we do against the A's. But first, Seth Links. Scattering report. No real changes. His potential power did go up by 5, though. I like him a lot. Brasinho. Oh, boy. His stamina dropped already. Yeah, he's a reliever. So Brasinho is a reliever. which is a little awkward, and his control really is that bad. Yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and remove him from our draft shortlist. That's a shame. Oh well, he was our 10th round pick. All right, Antonio Perez. Oh God, I was right. His control is worse than we thought. His potential movement, control, and rating all drop. Yeah, that's a bad second round pick. I mean, even if he hits his potential, he's going to have elite stuff, bad control, above average movement. That's just bad. Well, on that note, we're going to play game one of the series against the A's. Then I'll sim the last two, and that'll be it. Culpepper is getting the day off, it would appear. So Matthews will take over. And then I'm going to give Estrella the day off too. I think he's kind of hitting a rookie wall, as it were. And then McCombs can also get a day off. He's played every game since coming back from injury. All right, Molina. I'm going to be honest, dude. Your last start was one of the worst we've ever seen. You got this. He's okay through 1. He's okay through 2. He's okay through 3. He's okay through 4. It's already better. 2 men are aboard for Carros. Takes the walk. Bases loaded. Justin Crawford, who lines out to third. Bernal getting the start today. Hits it into center. That might drop. It does not. The dream is dead. Clean 5 from Mason. Good man. How many pitches is he at? 75. Okay. Man, we're getting nothing offensively today. Clean 6. 6 shutout innings for Mason. All right, there we go. Walker's on third. Jimenez strikes out. Carros pops it up. Unbelievable. All right, that'll be it for Molina, though. 6 shutout innings, 6 hits, 1 walk, 6 Ks. Turn it over to Correa, who immediately allowed a run and another man to get aboard. Neat. And now Lawrence Butler gets it down. Ay, 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 ay. Nothing like a starter pitching a gem and then the first reliever to come in just implodes. Oh, and then an error from Gonzalez in, right? Neat. It's DeVries to fly out, but that'll still score the runner from third. 3-0 ball game. Correa, unfortunately, has been popped. All right, he gets waltzed in the inning at least. Nothing for us in the third. We're going to go Gerst. And then Nazir White will take the 9th. Ooh. Runners at the corners for Sergio. We could have something here. He hits it into right. That will be caught. It will score Gonzalez, even though it looked like the ball made it there first, but sure. Hey, Wencel Perez. Good on him. All right, Carros. Flies out to left. We go to the 9th. Nazir White will take over. Clean inning of work from him. And that's your ball game. We lose 3-1. Molina pitches a gem. Correa immediately gives up 4 straight hits, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned, which is tough. All right. We're going to sim the last 2 games of the A series. We won by how much? 17-2. Okay, McCombs had 2 doubles. Estrella Keishlich had 1. Keishel had 2 home runs. McCombs had another. Goodness gracious me. And then, of course, both Gabe and Walker combined to go 0 for 8. That tracks, doesn't it? Jared Jones pitches quite well for himself. Rojas gives up 3 hits and a run. He's also looked pretty shaky this year. Conley early pitches 1, and then we just unfortunately crushed Gage Jump and everyone else they threw out there. Very nice. See, I think we could have something with McCombs. The fundamental issue is he's not really good anywhere defensively. Sure, in left, I mean, but his range in left is a 175. For whatever reason, he just can't hack it in the corner. Oh, Kyle Teal. The White Sox traded him. Fair enough. What'd they give up to get him? Along with 4.8 million in exchange for Jose Trujillo, who looks okay, shaky control, and Chris Sanchez, who's bad. All right. Keishel with 5 hits on the day. That'll do, sir. That'll do. One thing I do need to make sure happens because Sergio Jimenez is now the backup um, first baseman. Make sure that all happens smoothly. Okay, a lot of trades were just thrown our way. First, Denzel Clark again. I am not interested in Denzel Clark. I must say, Hayes, for being honest. Angels want to give us Tommy Edman, who we did debate signing in for agency, and he would immediately step in to be our starting second baseman. So I don't hate this idea. They want Merrick Houston and Jesse Gonzalez. I really don't want to trade Gonzalez, but the fact of the matter is he's been terrible in AAA this season. I would like Tommy Edman though. And I have no problem giving up Merrick Houston because unfortunately his bat just did not develop. Defensively, obviously, he is a wizard at shortstop. Let's talk about this. So, would they want anything just straight up one player? Okay. Oh, they'll do it for just Merrick Houston. I mean, I think I do this deal. Merrick Houston, good defensively, bad bat. I think I've given him enough ABs in the majors to where I don't think it'll quite work out. Let's do the deal. Well, evidently I traded for an all-star. When did Edman make the all-star team? 2030 and 2026. All right, so Edman is immediately going to be our starting second baseman, probably for the rest of the season, or at least until Jet Williams gets back. In terms of who I send down to AAA, I think it's either Albertus or Matthews. Albertus hasn't been up as long, but I am also running out of options for Matthews. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. How many ABs has Albertus even had? 25. I think we'll see what Albertus has got. We're going to send Matthews back down to AAA. And then Tommy Edman, who currently has knee inflammation. So just for this next game, Albertus will play second. And then what were the other trades? Tigers want to send me Parker Meadows. For 12 million? Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. And they want Jesse Gonzalez and Detmers. Forget about it. Mason Montgomery, you want to trade me back my former reliever? How dare you? How dare you? And of course, he's been great. Rub it in my face. What do they want? Brandon Wincor? I mean, this is a good deal. I should do this. There's really no reason not to. Because, like, listen, we had Mason Montgomery the entirety of the save. He was one of our best relievers year and over year. We get him for one last hurrah and a bad personality, but good defensive outfield prospect in exchange for Brandon Winker, who is never going to play at the major league level. Now, in terms of who he takes in the bullpen, I think it's either Nazir or Yandre. Neither of them have been. I mean, Nazir has been pretty good. He just gets popped every once in a while. What are Yandre's splits? Pretty good. I mean, he's just Yandre's turning it around more. Hmm. We're gonna send Nazir to AAA. No, 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 no. It has to be Yandre. Yeah, we're gonna send Yandre down to AAA. This hurts, and I hate it because he's been one of our best relievers for 2 seasons. But yeah, we're doing this deal. Like we have to. Like Mason Montgomery is awesome. We know he's awesome. And we get to get him back in our building. We do lose some money, but in all honesty, who really cares about that at a certain point? Montgomery, welcome back to Minnesota, making his triumphant return. I am going to move Wohlers off of the setup role to middle relief. Although, God, none of my middle relievers really have stamina to do that. It's fine. Then Mason will make his triumphant return. Okay. Those were the trades. We are going to sim the finale of the A series with John Klein on the mound. We get the win 6-5. Keckering got the blown save. Klein only went. Ooh, Klein got hurt. That's why. Wohlers pitched 2 1/3 scoreless. Look at our boy. Our 21-year-old just slinging the ball out. Culpepper got a home run. Very nice. Okay. First, let's just adjust the lineups really quick. Edman is now our starting second baseman, and I guess backup shortstop. But we'll see what he can do for us here. All right, fresh scouting report on Felix Caceres. Potential movement drops allegedly, though I don't see that on here. His stuff potential increased. Sure. Trade deal. The Giants want to send us Jackson Cole. I do not want him. It's a pretty easy no. The Reds. Whoa. They want to give me Justin Slayton, who I do not want, and Juan Brown, who I do not want, in exchange for Oscar Pampa, who I like quite a bit, thank you. I'm up to high A. I like him so much. I like Pampa. I'm not doing that deal. No, siree. All right. That is where I will stop for this episode. In terms of trades, I mean, listen, we just acquired a dynamite reliever who we had the entirety of the save up until this point, and we get Tommy Edman to be our sort of emergency second baseman. Merrick Houston goes to the Angels, where it looks like he is on their major league roster, which is fun. Brandon Winker goes to the Yankees, where they have him in AAA. One thing I do want to check really quick before we end, Trey Morgan on the White Sox. How's he doing? Okay, they are starting him, which is good. He has been terrible, though. Oh, boy. He's hitting 188 with a 606 OPS. Good God. Are they putting him in the field? Yeah, they play him at first a little bit, but that's about it. Well, I wish him luck with the White Sox. Hope he does well for him. So this is where we sit. We are 59 and 48, 3 games up on the Tigers, 4 on the Royals as we head into the trade deadline. Injury news. Lantigua will be ready off the IL essentially right at the deadline. Both Edman and John Klein, their day-to-day injuries will be fine. And then obviously we're losing Jet Williams for the entirety of August. And then honestly, he'll probably be one of my, September call-ups, quote unquote, when the roster expands. And whether he starts or not will probably come down to, how good Tommy Edman is doing. But to be frank, there's no real reason to start Jet at this point. Like his expectation is a bench player. All of his percentiles are bad. He's a very poor defensive second baseman. I think Jet Williams is just going to be relegated to that bench role. Tommy Edman is going to be our second baseman for at least the foreseeable future this season to get one last little hurrah in there. But overall, month of July, in terms of the series we played, little up and down. We beat the Guardians, lost to the A's, got swept by the Cubs, split against the Guardians, and just did beat the A's in 3. So we'll see how this Royal series goes. If we look really quick at the wild card standings, obviously it's July, but we've played 2 more games than the Red Sox have. That's a little crazy. We played the same amount of games as the Tigers. We played more than the Red Sox, the Angels, the Rangers, Played more than the Rays. Or no, excuse me, we played the same amount of the Rays. I can do math. So, next episode we'll pick up literally right here on the 27th. And that will be this Thursday, the 16th, where we'll figure out, what more deals we have to do. We've already improved our bullpen by bringing Mason Montgomery back into the fold. We've improved our starting lineup by getting Tommy Edman in to play second base. I think now really the question is, do we want to move Kyle Karos or do we want to keep him around as a backup for whatever reason? I mean, it should be noted, like, he started essentially every game ish in April and May, and then as a backup in June and July has actually been pretty good. But he has 24 ABs in June and July thus far, so he's effectively not playing. As a defensive sub at third, he's fine, but yeah, we have some things to consider there. So thank you all for watching. Again, apologies to the YouTube audience for uploading episode 48 and 47 out of order. It kind of spoiled some of the off-season moves that we did, which is pretty funny. But hopefully we'll have an episode uploaded today, obviously, and then episode 49 will go up by the time we stream next. So, thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time where we have a deadline to try to navigate.